Welcome to Daily Ad Brief. I'm Christina Daves, your host of PR Champions, and today we are headed to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania to meet with Ryan Draving of M and Company. Welcome, Ryan.
Hi, Christina. So good to be here. Thanks for having me on.
Okay, before we even talk PR, let's talk about, as I was researching you, you all started as a moving company. How do you go from a moving company to a big PR firm?
We did. So we actually started back in 1924 as a moving company. We became the largest moving company on Long Island, and that was sort of the start of the business and marketing and PR side of things, right? Doing it for ourselves. We grew that, became acquired, and I say we, right? I wasn't around at the time,
Yeah.
but grew that, became acquired. Then the next generation came in and started doing the same sort of thing, but for a company that we grew over time, and that became acquired. And then the next generation came in and joined on, and that's Adam, my business partner. He joined on with Rip, and then myself, and we grew another company that did document storage, which sort of was an evolution of the original business. Helped them grow to $300 million a year, and now what we do is that kind of work for our own clients. So a series of track records of success within business led us to doing the same kind of thing for a variety of companies, all within the B2B space.
I love that. It's a story after my own heart because I got into the PR by inventing a product and got really good at getting my product everywhere. And then people were like, how are you doing this? And this launched 12 years ago, launched a whole nother business. So let's talk about something you and I are.
Very cool.
Oh, thank you. Let's talk about something that we're both passionate about, which is newsjacking and why that is so important and actually the easiest way to land in the media.
Yeah, I know you've heard this all the time from clients, but one of the things that always makes me cringe, and yet it's such an easy assumption to make is, oh yeah, we have such a great product, we have such a great business, people are going to really respond to it, the journalists are going to pick it up, and they're going to love what we do as a company, they're going to love our products. And the fact of the matter is, there's so much information out there, and so much. I mean, if you think about clickbait. When was the last time you saw clickbait that just pointed to, oh, this company has a neat product, right? It's rare, and there are some companies that just have such an amazing product that you can really tag on to some big media that way. But what we look at it as is yeah, most companies don't have that. Think about Dolly, DALLE, Dolly 2 from OpenAir. That is totally revolutionizing the art and design sector, right? So yeah, journalists are going to tag onto that easily, but most companies don't have that kind of product. They have great products often, but not necessarily something that is buzzworthy. So what we look at it as is as you said, newsjacking. We want to see what are the trends, what are the things that people are talking about right now that people care about in our audience, and then how can we tag onto that such that we draw people in with information and valuable insights about the current topic or the trending topic. And sometimes it's an evergreen topic, but something that our audience is really interested in already, and then tie our product into that story in a way that feels natural and smooth and draws people into then our business and our clients' businesses in a way that is not just trying to shout at them, hey, look at me, right? It's hey, I've got something of value for you that you already care about. And by the way, my product and my business ties into it. So why don't you take a look at us as well?
Yeah, it's so important, and I'm really glad you dove deep into that. We only have 1 minute left, but I'd like to talk about where do you find those trending stories, because that's really important so people have a resource that they can look at and see what they can attach themselves to.
So we have three primary methods to do that, Christina. And the first method is really looking at SEO tools and trends tools. So we use tools like SEMrush, we use tools like Moz, tools like even Google Trends, which is free, right? And if you're brand new to this, a tool called Soovle, SOOVLE.com is a fun way to kind of see what the most popular searches are currently across a variety of search engines, including not just Google and Bing, but YouTube, even Wikipedia, right? So that's one way that we go about it. The second is we look at all of our competitors' content that they've created, and we create essentially a massive Excel file of thousands and sometimes even up to hundreds of thousands of pieces of content, and we evaluate that to identify from all of the inbound links coming into it and the authority that it's generated, what content is performing best. And so that allows us to really shortcut the process of creating more of that evergreen content. And so that's less about newsjacking on a trending topic and more about that specific moment. And then there are tools that allow us to monitor the landscape of a particular industry. And so, for example, we will take a look at even actually, if you think about, again, free tools that anyone can use, think Google Alerts. And you'll put in different keywords that you want to keep an eye on. And then as those news stories come in, you'll receive notifications about them. And then you can start to see trends that are happening and what's going on, and then respond to that in kind. And the thing we try to keep in mind is when it comes to actual hot trends, timing is everything, right? So it's all about how fast can we take that information in and then create content and promote it in a way that is relevant to the audience's need.
Yeah, it's great. And you brought up a lot of wonderful information, newsjacking, trending, evergreen. So a lot of great ways to generate buzz for your business. So thanks for joining us today, Ryan.
Thanks so much for having me, Christina.
To learn more about Ryan and MN Company, head over to Daily Ad Brief. I'm Christina Daves, your host of PR Champions, and I'll see you next time.
Simplify presents Addressable CTV, combining the power of TV with the targeting and attribution of digital. Simplify's Addressable CTV delivers massive reach with the ability to scale without sacrificing precision. TV buyers can generate incremental reach with household-level targeting, frequency controls, reporting, and insights. To learn more about Simplify's Addressable CTV and what it can do for your clients, visit simply.fi.